When everything you know is wrong.
We are fighting the fake news.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Let's set some boundaries with a spoiled control freak.
Is that why you're doing this? Well, then get your shit together. All your shit. So it's together.
In a few hours, she'll probably be sane enough to work herself into some sort of towering Jesus-based rage at the hazy recollection of being seduced by some kind of cruel Samoan.
I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans.
Who are these people, these faces? Where do they come from? They look like caricatures of used car dealers from Dallas. And sweet Jesus, there are a hell of a lot of them at 4:30 on a Sunday morning.
Listen, we do not want to be here. Okay, we don't want to be here. We discussed the fact that we didn't want to be here, but there's things we need to discuss. And so for you people, we are here.
Yes, we are here.
Rob Rotten has failed tremendously to start this show off today. And I am not sure what to do about it, but it needs to be discussed before we get going.
Actually, I think I totally succeeded because I asked, if I hit the record button, will it fire off the intro automatically or will I have to fire it off myself? It did it automatically. It's a new feature. I love it. You functional addict motherfucker.
I am
with your wonderful show shirt.
Somebody called me a functional addict last week, and I happen to agree. So I was in the middle of drinking, and I told Rob Rotten that he had to refer to me as a functional addict, and he's trying to make up for his earlier failings is what really is going on here. And thank you for mentioning the cool intro thing, because this was going to be one of those compliment sandwiches, right? Where I talk a little shit and tell you where you can improve. I give you a compliment right there in the middle, the meat. That was going to be the thing you just told everybody about. And then I was going to talk a little shit on the way out. And now I don't know how to proceed. But basically, you fucking fucked me to begin the show because you were supposed to tell me not to take a big bong rip. And I literally walked out and did exactly that before we started the show.
Well, I mean, the camera wasn't exactly panning with you, so it's not like I could know what you're doing.
How long have we known each other? That is total horseshit. Yeah. That is total horseshit. Yeah. What a cop-out that you didn't know.
Yeah, I totally fucked up. I'll just say okay. I totally fucked up.
I'm gonna zag though, because like I was saying, the cool inch we used to have to start the Rob didn't even explain. We used to have to start the recording, and then he would have to like manually play the intro. And they can, because Rob's a lazy shit and he fucking probably put a feature request in. Now the whole thing happens at once where he hits the recording, the intro fires. He has one less thing to do. And this is cause for celebration.
It is. Because I just nerd out and get excited by nice little new features, especially features that I said, hey, they should have this. And there it is.
And they did it for him. And I'm so proud. I'm so proud of Rob. I'm going to zag though. So instead of talking about the intro as like the middle piece of this compliment sandwich, I'm going to give you props for something else. I'm the big fucking personality. That's my role here. That's pretty much, I come with some content. I don't look pretty. People don't like me, but I'm very big and that's my role on the show. Rob, on the other hand, Rob has skills that yield themselves quite well to what we do. And I just, on the show, wanted to give him congratulations, because while I may come up with some of the content and put on a little bit of a show here, Rob is the one driving our success behind the scenes. And we've had a couple of really interesting milestones for a YouTube channel that has 38 subscribers. We are batting way above our weight in views. And so the conversation we had a few weeks back about Lincoln Park, that got clipped as a segment. That is now 1,000 views. The Matt Rife conversation we had last week is at over 1,100. And like I said, for a show that only has 38 subscribers, by the way, please subscribe. We need those numbers to go up. If you're watching, we would really appreciate it. But these things are Rob. They're not me, they're Rob. And I just wanted to say thank you for the effort you put in for both of us off camera and behind the scenes, it doesn't go unnoticed. And quite frankly, I don't think it's anything that I could do myself. So
I'm like Liam Neeson, except I can't kill anybody.
Not yet.
But I mean, I could.
No, what I'm saying is not yet.
Just not really well.
Well, apparently, in this world of internet celebrities, you can get famous enough where you can pretty much almost kill somebody and there's no consequences. And that is why we are here tonight. The only reason we're doing the show tonight is because we really have somebody we need to fucking talk some shit about. And so we had to convene the Brain Trust. We don't like Jack Doherty, but
no, I didn't even know who the hell this kid was until you mentioned it, until he popped up on my YouTube feed one day. And I'm thinking, who the hell is this? What the hell is this?
Now that you're aware of him, how do you feel about it?
Dickweed, douchebag, asshole, cocksucker.
I don't even hate him for.
I'm convinced he's a trust fund kid. He does. I mean, that obviously made it big and made a lot of money being.
No, I don't think. I mean, I don't think so. I'm reading. Okay, so Jack Doherty is a YouTube star. He's arguably one of the more famous YouTube personalities. Especially your kids are watching this guy, which is why he's famous. He got famous for landing stunt flips, doing trampoline stunts, tricks, shots like on YouTube, and the kids made him famous. And now he's not just famous; he's like wealthy famous. Like
he's stay out of jail famous.
Right. So we're going to tell you a little more about Jack Doherty, but I want to start off with why this even jumped up on. This went from, okay, annoying little YouTube kid, YouTube celebrity incident. They're all over the place. Annoying little influencer to, oh my God, why is this kid not in jail for what he just did? And so that's what we're going to discuss. We want to show you first off the video. I'm going to let Rob roll the clip here in just a second. We have video of Jack Doherty wrecking a $200,000 McLaren. He was driving in the rain. He was recording in the rain. There's video. The worst part about this kid is he's not even he has people recording him recording. So we can like see some other, the cameraman in this case in the car. We got video from him of Jack recording and fucking with his phone while he's speeding, driving in the rain. All this
in a McLaren.
I don't really have a problem with the car. It's not the car per se. It's what he did.
It's what the car. It's driving that particular kind of car in those conditions.
Oh yeah,
you are. I mean, Darwin would have been proud of him if he had actually succeeded in killing himself right there.
Well, he almost killed somebody else, and that's what we're going to show you now. We're going to roll the video, and then we'll talk a little more about Jack Doherty and why we want him canceled.
Oh, fuck. No, watch out, watch out. Oh, fuck, open the door, open your door. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Oh, Michael. Are you okay? Yeah. Holy fuck. Oh my God, bro. My whole fucking car, bro. No fucking way. Oh my gosh. There's no fucking... Michael, here. Michael, do you have film on that phone too? No. Oh my God. Do you guys have anything else you need me to get out of the car? Do you want to take that shit so he doesn't have to? Wait, let him have that. Let him have that. Let him have that. And then McKinley, can you just? I think your nose. Just do this. Can you go on here? Yeah. Bro, as soon as I heard, I was. Can you film on here on the phone? And McKinley, come. Just make it look good. Look through here the whole time. Go over Michael.
You got driver's license with you?
Yeah, I got you.
You guys, all 4 of you were in the car? No. It was just them 2. I'm all right.
All right. So
why were they not pulling out handcuffs?
I'm not even worried about that. Why wasn't he field sobriety tested? Why wasn't he drug tested? Now that the video of what was going, and this clip we just watched doesn't do a fantastic job of catching some of what was going on. It misses the fact that when Jack was being pulled out of the car by some passerbys, he's handing his phone off to these people to record his own rescue.
One of the next ones.
Is it in the next? Okay, so can we let's roll the next one and then we'll get into a little more of this.
Help! 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 Break the fucking window! Oh! Help! Oh fuck! Can you hold this? Oh fuck! Oh! No, my fucking car, bro.
Vamos, baby. Vamos, sal. Que estás bien.
Fuck, dude. My fucking car. Holy shit, no. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? No. Michael, are you good? Oh shit. Oh fuck. Michael.
That's his cameraman, by the way, Michael, who is clearly wrecked after this accident. So,
can I just say that looks like just an Oscar-worthy performance? He doesn't seem to give an F either which way. That is fake. That is playing it up for the freaking camera.
I mean, and he knows the camera is there because he literally just handed it out the window as he was being rescued.
Can you hold this, bro? Damn, my car, bro. If I hear him say bro one more time, I'm going to drive to Florida to beat his ass.
My problem is not the car. My problem isn't even the internet celebrity. I mean, we're vying for the same thing, right? I would like to be that kind of famous and rich. It would be okay with me. I would gladly accept that. It's none of those things. That's not my issue. I'm not jealous of him. I'm rather annoyed. I didn't even get... We had this whole thing planned out where I was going to explain to you why this kid pisses me off, and it has nothing to do with the wreck. It has everything to do with the Island Boys. And if you don't know who the Island Boys are, be grateful. Be grateful. You've seen them. It's the weird banana-haired looking kid with all the fucking tattoos. It's got like the twin brother. They've got some like mental thing or whatever, and they think they're rappers. The reason we know who these people are is because of Jack Doherty. So that's really why I'm irritated with him more than anything else. But I just don't understand this society that we have where these kinds of people flourish.
Yeah. The level of narcissism on display.
Well, that's what makes Rob think. That's what makes Rob think that the kid is a trust fund kid. Is because only if you were raised with that kind of wealth could you be so fucking tone deaf. But here he is.
Well, because I went to his YouTube channel and checked out some of the other videos that he has, and he had a Lamborghini that he said he wrecked. He has this car that he wrecked. He paid $200,000 for a rapper to come do a small set at his 21st birthday party. You know,
well, is that where he was prior to this all? I don't know if the two are connected. They kind of look like they are.
No, apparently the birthday was after the McLaren. So after the McLaren crash, he goes and celebrates his 21st birthday as if nothing fucking happened.
It's wild. And
his girlfriend apparently is no better. And she posted up this video, that's so dramatic after the accident, music and all. Now, I will say this.
Oh my God. I did not see that.
If I did something that stupid, you know what Mrs. Rotten would be putting out on social media? My husband's a dumbass. You know?
That's after she let you rot in a fucking jail cell for a minute because you irritated her.
Or, she ride with me to the hospital and the entire time saying, you're a dumbass, you're a dumbass, you're a dumbass. And then she'd be making a couple of phone calls. She'd be calling you and saying, hey, guess what? Rod Rotten's a dumbass. He's going to the hospital. If he keeps
his shit up, he's sleeping on your couch. Come get him.
Yeah. So, I mean, instead, this girl's like the dramatic, the music in the background.
Oh,
why
God,
do you
that's
pray
awful.
for him every day? And she didn't say because he's an idiot.
Because he's a dumbass. Stupid is a stupid.
And you go to her Instagram account and she's just as big of a narcissist. She thinks she's a model. And I'm thinking,
I to a certain extent enjoy some of the influencers. The comedy.
What the hell
people,
is an influencer?
It's just somebody with a fuck. It's us. We're influencers now. This is influence.
Oh God, if we are actually influencing people, people are screwed.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually, the whole
I think
deal.
If we influence it, then I think we do a better job than most.
Bro, we are full on YouTube celebrities now. We're just not famous yet.
Oh, okay, that works.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I promise you, before this experiment is done, this shirt would look fantastic in that fucking McLaren he was driving. I'm just saying. It's a good color. It'd be a good color on me.
I'm surprised he was able to fit through the window of that McLaren, to be honest.
With his big, fat, fucking inflated head.
Yeah.
Jesus criminy. The ego is okay, so I don't want to devolve. I don't want this conversation to devolve into just like childish poo flinging, like we're undignified fucking monkeys in a tree, which we are, but we do have more to bring to the table than just going, man, he sucks. No, it's more like I don't understand why he sucks. I don't understand why the rules are different for people like that than they are for me. If I were in that kind of accident, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to drag my ass down and field sobriety test me, right? They're going to make me blow in a fucking tube. They're going to take me to the hospital. They're going to blood draw. They're going to do all of that shit because literally somebody that was the passenger in my car almost died.
And they definitely would not let your friends right there to live stream it all and record it all to put it on social media.
No. Well, they were. I think when the cop rolled up, you heard him question whether they were all in the car or not. So at that point, he's probably just trying to secure the scene. I'm going to give the cop a little bit of credit.
Well, the cop was actually like, okay, you need to be like, after he kind of broke him up and said, okay, you need to go over here. But he's still like, cameraman's still leaning in as much as he can. Like
you're in public. You have a constitutional right to record anything you can see in public. The police officer does not have the legal power to stop that. So there's nothing he can.
Like you were saying, he was trying to secure the scene.
Yeah, but again, even pushing the kids back, they still have the right to film. And so, like I said, I'm not gonna poo-poo that.
And the friend and the girlfriend showing up, they're hugging Jack. They give zero F's about the camera guy. Poor Mike.
Yeah, they almost killed. And so, do you know what Mike's reward for all of this has been?
A new car.
No, you're pretty close though. Pretty close.
The new jet ski. All right, guys, I got my filmer a brand new 300 horsepower supercharged jet ski as a I'm sorry gift for, getting him in that McLaren crash. He's been wanting this for literally ever. It's my birthday today, but it's our birthday after what I put him through a couple days ago. All right, guys, so my filmer Michael just got back, and now I'm going to surprise him with his new jet ski. Michael David. Oh, you're yeah. Holy shit. Your new jet ski. Holy shit. Yes, sir.
Yo, hard rate. Holy shit. You get ass?
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm glad you like it. You're the best, bro. We were literally talking about this yesterday. Is it worth it?
Car crash? Yeah. E-rap. You said that, bro. Hey.
Of course, bro. You're a legend, dog. Yes. Sorry.
Can we talk about the medical bills? Can we talk about the dead ass thing? What the fuck does that mean? They kept bleeping it out, but that's what the camera kid Michael kept saying. You dead ass? You dead ass? Like, are you for like? I think it's to translate. I think it's like,
is
are you
in
for
all
real?
seriousness. Seriously. Yeah.
You for real? You dead ass?
And it's actually a word in Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
they've been adding weird shit lately.
Yes, they have.
What's the I'm trying to think of one that they added that I disagreed with. I don't know. That seems like such a nerd thing to fucking have any opinion about it all.
Yeah, we're not worried about that. But
so he literally gives this kid a jet ski as a thank you or an apology thing.
And notice how he pointed out, it's my birthday today, but I'm giving my camera guy.
Did we notice? Okay, so there's a thing. These. I've never. Okay, I don't know how to even put this. It's gonna sound really gay that I noticed this, but it is what it is at this point. We're gonna go back to this clip of Doherty, dude. What is with the fucking dick grabbing?
You need jet skis. All right, guys, I got my filmer of brand new 300 horsepower supercharged jet ski as a I'm sorry gift for.
Does it like multiple times through the clip. He goes down there and he grabs his fucking junk. Like,
is he grabbing his junk or is he grabbing the waistband of his pants?
That's fun. Okay, let's look again. Okay, YouTubers, we need you to leave comments on this one because we don't know. Is he grabbing his dick or is he grabbing his pants?
You need jet skis. All right, guys, I got my filmer a brand new 300 horsepower supercharged jet ski as a I'm sorry gift for, getting him in that McLaren crash. He's been wanting this for literally ever. It's my birthday today, but it's our birthday after what I put him through a couple days ago. All right, guys, so my filmer Michael just got back, and now I'm going to surprise him with his new jet ski.
It's so weird.
He's like, okay, so it looks like he's going for the waistband of his pants to adjust his junk. He's trying to play it off all cool. He's like not going for the full grab or the full hit, whenever your boxers start riding up, you're like, oh, I gotta pull them down.
You think it's like a comfort thing?
Well, I think he's also trying to be
not a fucking alpha male wagging my junk at people.
Yeah, he has no alpha energy.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's part of the thing with this kid is that this is like the next generation's alpha.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what it looks like. He does whatever he does. Whatever
to the
he
next
wants.
generation. I'm going to say this right now. To the next generation, if that's your alpha, you're fucked.
Stop. You need to go full screen for this. Have a little bit of fucking zhuzh.
Okay. All right, fine.
Do it now.
To the next generation, if that is your alpha, you're fucked. Find somebody else. Find somebody better. Don't put this little narcissistic prick as your alpha. That's all I've got to say about it.
I appreciate the full screen. Thank you for the extra effort there.
Did it give you time to adjust your junk?
Oh shit!
At least you weren't doing it on camera.
I'm sitting down. I could be adjusting my junk right now. You're not going to know the difference. That's the difference between me and this kid. My junk is off camera. His junk is on camera.
My junk will not be on camera.
But seriously, though,
unless you're paying for it.
How does this kid get away with not being affected legally by what happened? I don't.
Well, apparently he could be, because apparently the jet ski wasn't just a gift of a.
It was a fucking bribe.
I'm sorry.
It was a bribe.
Here's what it was.
No, it's a please don't sue me gift. What do you mean? I bought him the jet ski because I genuinely care about him and he's my friend. I'm not trying to dodge any lawsuits, right?
Guys, he's not dodging a lawsuit because I can buy about 40 jet skis with the amount of money I will get from him. So, thank you guys.
Bro, I thought we talked about this. You're not suing me.
I don't believe that clip either, by the way.
No, it's all about the content.
Yeah.
He saw a comment that somebody made. He didn't like it, so he had to film something to respond to it.
I mean, if we were that low, dude, we've got comments on our YouTube videos that are response worthy.
Yes, absolutely. Like I struggle with English.
We're not going to.
Which, hey, you know what? Sometimes I do. Sometimes
I read I was jealous of Matt Rife.
Which,
I mean, I'd fuck him, but that's not the same thing.
He does. Matt does look like a power bottom.
He does. He's got those big dick sucking lips too.
And he's your type. He's in that age range. He's got the build.
Yeah. He's
perfect for you.
See, I'm not jealous of Matt Rife. I just want to fuck him. And that's a whole different thing.
See, at least you admit it.
Well, that's the power of our show, right? We are so far past giving a shit what anybody thinks about either of us, to the point that we don't really care what the other, like, we had a whole conversation before the show started that I'm kind of sad that wasn't filmed, about how we listen to each other, and about the fact that, well, no, we don't. Basically, what I expect out of Rob Rotten is that he nods once in a while. He's kind of like, if you watch Amazon Prime football and you come in on like the middle of the second quarter, you get the catch up, which is like, I think it's AI driven, but it's like two minutes of the highlights, just enough to let you know what's going on so you can still respond appropriately. That's what I expect out of Rob. I'm not asking him
Amazon Prime football game. That is very interesting to me.
That's what I bring to the show, is real life experiences. And like, people are going to say we couldn't do the same thing as Jack Doherty does, right? Like, we couldn't. Basically, this kid's whole deal is that he films his whole life and he puts it on the internet. And well, we're not. Rob Rotten and Nick Vicious are not interested in. Fuck you, motherfucker. You don't know what's going on in my life during the day. You know what I went down and did today? I was sitting in my house in San Francisco. I got a text message from the city, and the city says, don't go to Post and Franklin Street. Police activity. Now, I will let you know, I live around that general vicinity. It's within a few blocks of my house. I went, okay, well, wasn't planning on leaving today, so I won't go that direction to Post and Franklin. And as I was sitting here thinking about it, like, what is on Post and Franklin? Well, there's like apartments. It's all living stuff around here. But wait, there's a hospital on that corner. Well, that's interesting. I wonder. No big deal. Then I hear the helicopters, and I'm like, okay, that is unusual. There are, there's SFO in Oakland and all this other stuff. So there are definitely planes that fly around the city of San Francisco. But to hear a helicopter a couple blocks from my house, that was unusual. So I got up and I went outside. As I'm walking down to Post and Franklin, doing exactly what I was told not to do, the rebel that I am, here comes the San Francisco bomb squad. Now, I don't know what happened, because by the time I got there, whatever happened had dissipated and had resolved itself. But you could tell just from what was out on the street, meaning like doctors and shit.
There was a bomb threat at the hospital.
Something interesting had happened.
Yeah.
So see, all I'm saying to those that would decry Rob Rotten and Nick Vicious for not, fuck you, you don't know. That was super interesting. There were fucking Fleet Week happened this week or over the weekend. I got locked on the roof of my building. We live very interesting lives, okay? We just don't have that crash the McLaren money. Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
No. And honestly, if we did have that crash the McLaren money, I wouldn't crash my McLaren because I know how to drive in the rain.
Which is,
and if you look at that video, when he starts to lose control, he's going about 75 miles an hour
in the rain. Oh yeah.
In the rain, in a rear wheel drive sports car, a supercar, I guess I think they're still called supercars, which those tires have so little grip. They barely grip the road in dry conditions.
Told him at the dealership before he left not to do this, and he fucking did it anyway because he's a jackass.
That's what they do. I mean, there's entire channels on YouTube dedicated to supercar fails, and you see just idiot after idiot after idiot after idiot burning down Lamborghinis, Ferraris, McLarens, Bugattis because they don't appreciate them. They don't take care of them. Meanwhile, with my car, I'm outside washing it. Before this car, I never washed my car like by hand myself. I would just run it through one of the automatic ones or take it to one of those where you still can wash it by yourself, but you're at a car wash. No, I'm in the driveway with a hose, with an entire detailing kit with brushes and scrubbers and drying towels. And I'm out there doing that all myself. The wife bought me a USB vacuum cleaner so I can go into
all right,
thing in, start the car up, and just vacuum the floor, the floor mats.
You remember when I was traveling all over the country?
Yep.
I found that you could almost always find a good car wash. I mean, that's not a hard thing. The vacuums were another story. And so I still have how big is this thing? It looks like a standard shop. It's a shop vac. It's a Ryobi shop vac that runs off of a fucking battery for that exact reason. Because we would be out for weeks, months at a time. The dog's with me. So, maybe the animal, maybe the cat was with me. The inside of the truck gets fucking rancid. Something I found when we were doing these long road trips that I really liked, it gave me a break, but it also made like my environment that I was in while we were doing the traveling so much nicer. I carried exactly that, like a detail kit with me, and we'd pull off at various road stops. And I would get out and I'd detail the truck with the inside. We'd vacuum a little bit and wipe all the surfaces down and do the glass and do the leather wipes, and it just made the whole truck like smell better. It felt cleaner. And so that's something that I still do even now. I carry like some Windex or whatever with me, but dude, is this kid gonna see? So I don't want to punish him. It's not about punishing him. He's 21 years old. Like, this is kind of what I expect from a
No. He needs the life lesson. He needs to be punished for this because we know that we would be.
Yeah, but I'm not that guy that goes, well, I had it fucking hard, so everybody else should have it hard. I just don't ascribe to that theory. So like I said, I think there should be a reaction to what he did. I don't know how much of a reaction there should be. I agree on a certain level that he should be subjected to the same rules and regulations as everybody else. And to me, that says there should probably be some reckless driving charges at the very least. Like that's at the very least, there should be some reckless driving charges. I don't know what you do with the friend in the car. If you're in a vehicle and you hurt somebody and because of your negligence, there are some negligence charges you can face. You can face things like attempted vehicular assault.
Homicide.
Well, he didn't kill anybody, and I don't think it necessarily rises.
Like you said, attempted.
Well, let's get a police investigation underway and deal with it. You know how fucking serious this whole thing has to be for me to recommend that at all. Yeah. But that's just how I feel about it, is that I'm not mad at him being wealthy. I'm not mad at him making being a YouTube celebrity. None of that matters to me. What really matters to me is the total lack of awareness that your actions and your behavior affect the people around you. And this could have very quickly gone from he hurt himself and his own friend to he killed a family of 5. That's how fast this could change.
Or killed his friend.
Or killed his friend, or killed himself, or killed his girlfriend. Like, that kind of behavior and that total lack of care of not operating your vehicle while you've got, I mean, dude, we sound like such old fucking fogies right now.
Yeah, I know.
I get it. I really do. And we're going to get those comments.
Look, subscribe
if you're going to, subscribe if you're going to leave a comment, please. But we get it. We sound like old fogies, and that's okay, because we got here. I have friends that didn't make it this far. I have friends that have fallen asleep. I've had friends that have been killed in car accidents. I've watched this myself. I've been
a friend go through a windshield, not of my car, but a friend go through a windshield.
We know the consequences of some of this behavior because we are old men at this point. We've seen it. And while I think you have the right to do with your life whatever you want, you don't have the right to endanger other people. And that's where,
especially over something stupid like that. I mean,
oh fuck, man!
If he were trying to avoid,
what was he even filming? That's what I'm saying.
He was doing a Kick live stream. He was doing a Kick live stream, and he was answering questions.
Off of that, by the way, yeah. He got banned off a Kick.
Oh, and they said that he can get it lifted if he paid Kick like $250,000 or something like that.
Because they're going to be held liable for his behavior. When somebody else's kid goes out and does this stuff, the platform is responsible.
Yep.
For platforming him in the first place. And so let's just be honest. Part of the problem, we're going to turn this into a big societal thing now. Part of the problem with our society is very simple. We have become incredibly fucking lazy.
Yes.
At telling stories. Incredibly lazy. Well, I'm not worried about everything. I'm worried about this part of it. The news is fucking lazy. The celebrities are fucking lazy. In a lot of ways, the books are lazy. Everything's so lazy that this passes for fucking entertainment.
Yeah.
That's the underlying issue. It's the same reason why. Okay, so I have a news background. My background, I started as a newsman at 15 years old. By the time I was 18, I was sticking recorders and shit in senators' faces and getting clips. I've filed stories for the Associated Press. I've blogged for a number of outlets over the years. You may remember about.com. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but I was a blogger at About back when blogging was a thing you like fucking hired people to do.
Oh, yeah.
And in my opinion, the thing that the news does today that it used to almost be kind of a joke, but it does it now more than anything else. If it bleeds, it leads.
Oh, that's been the case forever, but now it's really, really bad.
It used to just be the lead. Now it's everything's bloody because it's just easy to get clips. I will give you an example. I don't know if we actually got the crawl going because I was kind of joking about that, but I'll tell the fucking story anyway. I sent an email to some colleagues of mine at CBS News because last weekend, the weekend before last, it's close, something like that. We have been talking lately about the weather because it's been a big story with the Hurricane Milton and flattening Tampa Bay, like all this stuff, right? CBS News on their Facebook feed put together a story about a couple of babies that were killed in the hurricane. They used that story, and I think there were pictures. They were twins. Pictures of the twins. To get you to click on this story and go read it from CBS News. That is offensive to me. That is offensive because it's sensational. It's if it bleeds, it leads. It's literally using somebody's dead children to promote their news content. It's meant to upset you. It's meant for you to go click on the thing so that you'll read it, share it, whatever.
Yeah, and that's very, very, very irresponsible all the way around.
It's
absolutely,
yes. It's lazy. I can't even say irresponsible.
Did you see the viral clip of the woman with her dog that were reunited after the hurricane?
Maybe.
Like that would have been a great human interest story. Great story. A good thing to put into a newscast.
Right. It doesn't have to be babies. It doesn't have to be dead babies. There's other things that you basically got to understand from our perspective, from ours. I won't speak for both of us here, but you have limited bandwidth. Okay. The bandwidth, as we describe it, is the pipe. The pipe is how much stuff we can give you at any given time. I can only fit so much stuff in the pipe. And that's what we call bandwidth, right? So I only have so many resources to write stories, to promote stories. If it was a different story every 50 seconds from CBS News, they would lose their impact. Then it's just spamming and it's not compelling. So what I'm arguing about is the fact that the choice was made to fill out the bandwidth in the pipe with dead babies. And so I, sent off some nasty emails to some execs I knew at CBS that was like, I think you should all be fired for this. Yeah. It's unbelievable. I mean, if these were my children, I'd sue the fuck out of you over it. How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you use somebody's dead babies to promote your fucking feeds and all this other bullshit? But it's no different to me to do that than this Jack Doherty fucking kid. And I know Rob's pissed about the Hawk Tua chick. So this chick makes a video of her pretending to spit on a dick or something, right? That's what it was all about.
She was like it was like a viral man on the street. Here's the origin of Hawk Tua.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
You gotta give him that Hawk Tua and spit on that thing. You get me?
I don't get you. I think you gotta demonstrate.
Hawk Tua and spit on it. Spit on it. Spit on it.
Weird.
She went on to have the third most listened to podcast in America on Spotify, behind just Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson.
Was she somebody before that?
No.
You know what's funny? Check it out though.
She's now somebody, and she's got an agent, and they're
check out those 3 names though. That's interesting. I didn't realize that was the 3. Was Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, and some chick that wants to fucking Hawk Tua spin on a dick?
Yeah, which honestly, I mean, it's like,
so who's listening to all these?
Isn't
podcasts?
that common knowledge?
I don't know. Yeah, yes, but who's listening? Who's listening to all these podcasts, bro? Who's making up these fucking lists? Isn't it funny how the top?
It's all about
fucking
analytics and charts and downloads.
Is it though? How much of this do we actually believe at this point? Because isn't Spotify owned by like some techno fucking autocrat? That, check it out. Spotify takes the money that you give them for Spotify, and they are investing in robotic AI weapons platforms with it.
Oh,
shit you not.
So we really are working towards the documentary The Terminator. Yeah.
Well, and that's what so there's my question is, do you even believe these top 3 bullshit numbers on Spotify to begin with? I don't know that I believe that.
I don't know if I believe the Spotify numbers. I mean, in my professional career, in my job at work, I do have access to certain data files, and I can read certain analytics and charts and things like that, and I can verify some things, but I can't verify that. But I wouldn't be surprised if that really was the case.
Okay.
That she had the number 3 podcast in the country.
Have you listened to it?
No, I don't. Why?
What the fuck could she be talking about?
Spitting on dicks.
Well, let me ask you: did she have a podcast before the spitting on the dick thing?
No, it was.
It came after, and she's already number 3.
Yeah, and she's she has an agent, and she's going to be doing like I think they were talking about like developing a TV show or something like that.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Can I just say I feel bad for the guy who asked her the question, because he gets
nothing.
Nobody cares who that guy is.
Don't even know who he is.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, and
the world is a fucking disaster.
The hurricane thing.
The world's a fucking disaster, dude.
Exactly. Going back to the hurricane thing for 1 second, because I know that we got really heavy during that. Let me show you what my lead for hurricane coverage would have been.
You can see it in the light there. It is now just whipping off the Manatee River. It's coming in from kind of the north, I guess, northeast, and the water now is really starting to pour over. If you look at the graph, whoa, okay, that wasn't good.
Yeah.
Ow, he got smacked.
He deserved it. Again,
why?
Darwin would have been proud.
Was that Jim Cantori?
No, that was Anderson Cooper.
Oh, good. I didn't even. Why was Anderson
the
Cooper
Vanderbilt
out in the rain?
child, gets hit in the face?
Why was he fucking not in a studio somewhere?
Because it was a hurricane. They have to go out there and prove that they're ballsy and brave, and they're all about going out there and covering the story for you.
We're gonna clip that now. Anderson Cooper gets hit during the storm.
I
find it hilarious.
Should have done that Hawk Tua and spit on.
That's what I was gonna say. I find it very hilarious how close to the Hawk Tua fucking segment the Anderson Cooper thing ended up. Maybe that's what Anderson Cooper needs to do. See, this is the intrinsic shit that Rob Rotten brings to the show, is what I'm saying. I'm the big character fucking guy, and Rob does all this subtle fucking what do we even call that, like sub shit? I don't know.
Nuance.
nuance. It was very clever. Me, I am more like a fucking, where Rob is a precision instrument, I'm a mallet, because this is the stuff that I like.
That is not what Cadillacs are for.
So the whole reason this came up is because I was sitting home over the weekend, and I sent that to Rob, and I'm like, this is literally 2 blocks from my house, right? And so Rob, being Rob, clipped it, and then of course I sent him another one. These okay, so these are called I don't know where you're watching from, but let me fill you in. These are called street takeovers. They go and we used to call them flash mobs. Now they do it with cars. Yep. You guys, do these people understand that that's what they're doing, that they're flash mobs? I feel like that. So this is like a giant problem around most major metropolitans.
Yep.
Where they will come out. It happens in Dallas. It happens here. It happens in Houston. It happens in New York. There's videos from all over the country, at least in the U.S., where people do this. They go and they take over an intersection, and they do wheelies and donuts and stuff. And the best part for us, the spectators, is when they wipe people out, because it happens all the time.
Again, Darwin would be proud. I'm just glad that was a Camaro in that clip and not a Mustang, because Mustangs have the bad reputation. And honestly, okay, we were talking earlier about us sounding old, being old. The first thought in my mind that when I watch those videos is, do they know how much those tires cost?
Do they have a permit for those fireworks?
Couldn't care less about that. My first thought was, those tires are expensive, because I've had to replace mine. It's over $1,000.
So just on the cost of this stunt alone, you're out.
Yeah.
I do so love it when they take people out. So here's what I'm saying, though. If we stopped calling them takeovers and we started calling them flash mobs, do you think they'd stop?
No, because they would just name it something else. It would just.
I don't care what but that's our power, is we don't let them call it something else. We just call it what we want to call it. If you just started calling it, thank you. We're taking it back. If you just started calling it flash mobs on the news and stuff, maybe it wouldn't be so much fun and people wouldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, because honestly, the term street takeovers just sounds cool. Hey, we're gonna go to a street takeover. We're gonna take over a street.
And there's so many people here at these takeovers, the cops can't do anything. There's way more of those people than there are cops that would be able to respond to it. However, I will tell you, on the Bay Bridge, I don't understand this at all. You guys could block off both sides of that bridge and just start fucking picking people off. Period.
Like they did in that clip?
No. The
you're talking cops. Oh, the cops absolutely.
Could block off both sides of the bridge and then just roll vans and just, that's what they did when they were protesting on the Bay Bridge.
Yeah, send in the helicopter and just start plucking them like pheasants. Just
like pheasants. Pheasants. Rob
we're
has some
duck hunt.
Rob and I like cars. Rob is more of the professional car guy. I'm what you call a passing fancy in the cars. But we both like races, and we've been to some races together. And since this is the dudes from Dallas, we have some pretty exciting news if you're a car guy about what you can expect in Dallas here very, very soon.
There's an old saying, everything's bigger in Texas. Well, let's just say IndyCar is about to go to a whole nother level. Arlington, Texas, home of the most passionate sports fans.
The Texas Rangers win the World Series! Touchdown! That is a play to remember.
And now, the scene of an IndyCar race like you've never seen before.
Here we go. On the front stretch, it's a drag race. Win by 6/100th of a second.
Woo! Do you feel that? Tires reaching. Rubber burning.
Go, 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 go.
Adrenaline pumping. Get ready, Arlington. This is where history is made. And champions are born.
Great commercial, but holy hell, that was a little aggressive.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's Michael Irvin.
Oh Lord.
I mean,
so that's actually really exciting. And I know we said Dallas and it's Arlington, but trust the metro is the metro, and it's all
it's right in the middle of Dallas and Fort Worth. Arlington
basically,
is right there in the middle.
Basically, if you get to the outer loop of the bush, then you're in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, basically.
And everything on the other side is pretty much Arlington is a thing only because Arlington has
the Cowboys, the Rangers,
and they've done a lot of work for it in a lot. And I mean, it's not a new thing. Arlington is kind of like Disneyland in Dallas. It's where all the Six Flags is at, and the Rangers
Stadium.
Right. So there's a lot of like interactive shit happening right there in Arlington, but they also build, don't they build a bunch of Fords? Is the Ford plant?
They have the GM plant. GM plants.
GM plant.
Assembles some of their SUVs.
So
right down the road from where this race is going to be taking place.
Yeah. So that's going to be pretty neat.
I am very curious about this, and I'm actually planning on going because I want to see what the course is going to be, where it's going to end up going, and hey, city of Arlington, guess what? All of those potholes and rough roads in that area, guess what? They're going to be smoothed out because Indy cars can't handle bumps.
Well, the IndyCar guys, they'll come out and basically make the track, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How long did they close? How long are they going to close the roads off around AT&T Stadium? How long does this happen for? Do you know?
It'll be over the course of a weekend. They'll start
well, that's the race, but they gotta
a couple weeks beforehand. They'll start bringing in like the temporary barriers and the fencing, and they'll set up like the infrastructure. And then when it's time to actually start coordinating the race activities, they'll close everything off.
Do you think they're going to pave? Does the IndyCar pave, or will Arlington pave?
I'm going to guess that there's going to be some sort of an agreement. Something tells me the city is going to end up paving. Now, they're not going to like pave, like not everything's going to be brand new. They'll just probably fill and smooth.
Okay. Interesting.
But hey, at least the roads will get better in Arlington because
a hot
the roads over there suck.
At least around AT&T Stadium.
Yeah. I mean, I think that so a couple of years ago, Roger Penske bought IndyCar, bought the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The guy's a billionaire and a very successful businessman, and I know a lot of people have complained about the way that he's running IndyCar, but I think that he's actually trying to grow it and do things outside of the box. I mean, IndyCar's done the street course thing in Nashville and Long Beach and a couple of other places.
They just did Vegas, right?
Well, that was F1.
See, I get confused. I thought
that exactly. It's the same type of cars, open wheel cars. But
so George Russell's not going to be here then. Lame.
No,
lame.
But I think it'll be. I think it'll be fun to watch, and I think Roger Penske's doing everything he can.
We'll have to see. I'm down to come check out a race, and we got friends in Arlington.
I'm amazed at how coherent Michael Irvin was throughout that entire clip.
They gave him, some Hawk Tua before he got started. That's
that
the power.
He only had to remember a couple of lines,
and he probably had giant cue cards in front of him. And That Hawk Tua, it's powerful.
Because him in a long form interview, no. It's rough.
Speaking of long form interviews, and since we are talking about Arlington, did you happen to catch the interview with Jerry Jones today? And the fucking Cowboys, and like the Cowboys had their biggest loss at home since Jerry's owned the team. What a shit show the Cowboys are. Dak got a bag for being a terrible quarterback. And you know the worst part about it is that how is it that Jerry never had to pave the fucking roads around the stadium?
Because Jerry and the city of Arlington manipulated the taxpayers into doing all of that.
You know, I helped build some venues over that way, and I won't say which one.
I'll say it.
I will neither confirm or deny yours.
It has the word live in it, and it is named after the state of which it is in.
Yeah, Rob knows what. Rob may know more than I'm willing to admit here. Anyway, as a guy who's professionally run cable and built infrastructures, and I've been doing that for the last decade or so, I can tell you there are some rules for how these things are supposed to be accomplished, depending on the classification of the building. For instance, if you have they call it different places, but basically the highest occupancy rating a building can have, something like a stadium or like a venue, everything has to be run in conduit. The idea being if any of the cables catch on fire, because they can get hot, that the fire does not spread to the building. So it's all going to be put in conduit. This venue that we're talking about, none of it's in conduit. That looks like a payoff to me. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how the rules didn't apply to this particular place, other than Troy Aikman has a restaurant in there to give you like the level of service this place has. The PBR has, is it PBR? It's been a while since I've been out there, but they have a bar that you can ride like mechanical bulls and stuff.
Yeah.
Get a whole
because you got to have those in Texas. You got to have bars with mechanical bulls. It's like
and we put some really sick lighting in around the bulls and stuff. Like out of all the venues in the place, it's probably my favorite, to be honest. But I just don't know how that happened. But to Rob's point, if it didn't happen and it was done correctly, then the roads around all of that probably would have been paved at one point or another by. We just live in a world controlled by lots and lots of money, man. And
yep,
the truth is the regular people in the country are all being crushed by it. And I don't know where this heads. And, we hear dudes from Dallas, like we talk politics a little bit offline. It used to consume both of us. And so I think that's why I think that's why we're very sensitive about, we will kind of veer a little bit into it, but then we know to wave off because it's just not a place where either one of us really want to be. I'd rather talk about this shithead crashing his car than dead fucking babies, right?
Yeah.
Just out of the grand scheme of things, that would be my preference.
With the division when it comes to the politics, we're to the point now as a society where if you disagree with me, I can't like you. I can't listen to you. I can't be associated with you. And I'm thinking, but disagreeing makes everything fun.
Well, and I'm Jeffersonian in my beliefs, where I don't make friends based on differences of politics and religion. I'm paraphrasing. It's something along those lines. But basically, I don't qualify people as friend-worthy based on what their religion is, based on what their background is, based on what they look like. In fact, one of the most interesting people that I've met in the last decade or so is from Iran. And he lives in North Texas with his family. I'm not going to say who he is because I didn't ask his permission to tell his story, but if you don't know who he is, then you can't connect the dots and it's fine. He was a power plant engineer and pretty successful, right? And he had his first daughter. And then he had another one. And he told me this story that he was at a park with his daughters. And some old man came up and started harassing him and his girls because they weren't covered. He almost beat the guy's ass, took his kids home, and decided that he couldn't fucking do that anymore. And they moved. And they moved to North Texas, and he started his whole life over again. And this man, who is brilliant and smarter than I am, more accomplished, this poor fucking guy was working for me. And it just sort of, like, he's one of the best people I've ever met. Like, the fact that you could throw your success away because he didn't want his daughters growing up in that world.
Yeah.
That's a good dude, right?
And that's what a good parent does. I mean, I'll never know that, but I'm led to believe that is what good parents do.
Me too.
The parents of Jack Doherty are not good parents because of the way that he is.
But actually, the point I was going to thank you for trying to wrap it back into the content of the show. The point I'm a little off on my own tangent here. The point I was trying to make is that if I concerned myself with race, color, religion,
politics,
we wouldn't be friends.
No. And that's the thing, is that the identity politics, the game that they're playing with, that is what is causing all of that division. Everybody has to go into their own little box. This is your box. You stay in your box.
And again, it's because if we're all in our own little boxes, we are not out of the box collectively trying to battle the problem.
Yep.
And we know what the problem is. The problem is this is a very self-centered society that only wants to get rich. And we laud these people. And these people are taking advantage of all of us. And again, for as much as we fucking said we weren't going to talk politics, I don't want to just say wrap up the show. This show is now hanging. We're not. Okay, we're going to wrap up, but we're going to roll one more clip. We're not going to say another fucking word. This is us saying goodbye. Thank you for, like I said, dude, we love the people that I don't think anybody's going to make it through an hour and 7 minutes of this bitch. No fucking way. But if on the off chance you are still here, thank you fucking from the bottom of our hearts from listening.
Love you. We love you long time.
Subscribing, like, we love you. You don't have to do anything for us. We wish Mrs. Rotten a healthy existence. We are grateful to Rob Rotten for fucking everything that he does, and we're gonna leave on this. See you next time.
People look at you as a bully. I don't know. You know, they miss the person irritating me. They didn't see that part. They see my response to the person, and I look and I go, what the? Oh, you think I ain't got time to fuck with you? A lot of it doesn't make sense. A lot of it doesn't, there's no gratification out of it. I just like, sometimes people want attention. I say, well, here's more attention than you want. And now you feel so fucking uncomfortable that you wish you didn't do that, don't you? And it's just a concept. It's a personality. It's a character flaw that I have. Don't think you weren't a part of how it developed, because you were participating on social media and gave me these habits.